Andy, you're
Okay,
okay.
oh, just go for it. Okay. Hey, everybody. I'm going to stay up here because you are so tall, and I feel like I'm not even going to be at the level over there. So, how's everybody doing? You made it through this whole, was it like 3 days of a conference? I am just back on tour for a couple days and then heading out to Omaha and South Dakota after tomorrow, but really happy to be here, trying to figure out how to get music and unity and all this stuff into 10 minutes. So first, let me just start a little bit about myself. So I am lived in Colorado since I was 2 years old. My dad is from Mexico, immigrant, and I grew up in Northwest Denver, which used to be known as the North Side. Thank you very much. Yes, my people. But basically, my mom was a teacher, my dad was a pastor, and had to go to church every Sunday. Is probably where I learned a lot of my musical abilities. Music's always been the most important thing in my life. It has changed my life. It has opened so many doors for me. It is truly like a magical force on this earth, right? How many of you, when you hear a song, brings back a particular memory? Like what's a song that gives you a memory? Okay, what specifically is attached to that? High school, rocking out, loving it, what? Okay, yeah, so bringing it right back to you when you hear that song, right? Maybe it activates a memory. Anybody particularly maybe get a goosebump when they hear a particular song? What's your goosebump song? Okay, all right, okay. Anybody else have a goosebump song? Yes. You right there. Yes. Okay, all right. What goosebumps in just the way it makes you feel, makes you want to dance? Music is connected to everything we do, right? And I know in these times, I'm sure, has anybody been sad or depressed or a little discouraged? Being in a band whose our main mission is try to talk about these things and bring people together and maybe talk about difficult subjects through hip-hop and rap and music. I do find that in our time of divisiveness, music is maybe the one superpower, the thing that we have left that can actually bring us together. You can maybe not like Taylor Swift, or you're on Kendrick's side for Drake, which he definitely should have won. That he definitely won, or however you feel about those things. But people who like a particular artist can be from a completely different background. You can have people from the right, from the left, and they are all there for one reason. There's the one place where we're allowed to be close together, to be sweaty, to yell at the top of our lungs, to dance, and it doesn't matter kind of what our belief system is. Our one belief is that we love this song, we love this band, we love the way this makes us feel, correct? On a political side of this, there was a Music Modernization Act that was passed in 2018 that was really good for songwriters and things like that. Can you remember any political bill that was passed where 100 senators voted unanimously to pass a law? They did for that one, for music, okay? So I do feel music has the power to unite us all, right? And I tell my students, when they come into my intro to music business class, that, it's magic. Music is magic. Maybe that's why it allows us to communicate, and maybe it allows you to hear something that you've never heard before because someone's used the right words or used the right melody, and it hits your heart and it hits your soul in a particular way. So, with that being said, shifting to my next point of being in a band. I've been in a band since I was probably 15 years old, and I feel like I've learned everything about community and teamwork, and a lot of the similar things. I cannot play basketball at all. The only athleticism I have is jumping up and down for about 90 minutes, and I can do that pretty well. But as you all are, as my understanding, people from companies and students and folks trying to figure out what they're going to do, whether entrepreneurs, things like that, I found being in a band is a great um, example or microcosm for the way democracy can work, right? Now, some artists are dictators. There's one person, and they are in charge of everything, and that's how it works. But if you're truly in a band, it's a bit of a democratic process, right? And I'm so happy to still be in a band. You know, I've known these guys for 20 years, where we are only stronger together, right? There's things that I can do that my MC can't do. There's things that our drummer can do that our bass player can't do. We all have different skill sets we bring to our group, right? But when we bring them all together, we're actually able to do something pretty special and pretty magical. But we cannot do it without each other, right? So when I think of all of you trying to kind of figure out what you're going to do, or companies and things like that, any musicians in the room, by the way? All right, cool, awesome. We'll talk afterwards. For those of you that are not musicians, maybe a good approach would be to think of your business or your team or your organization as a band. Who do you want to bring into your group? When you're in a band together, you're sharing your most personal. Music is a very personal thing, and it's a very emotional thing. And one of the reasons I think it works so well for democracy is we get really heated about things we believe in, right? And I can be so angry about, like, this is the hook. This is the best hook of this song. I don't care what you say. It's brilliant. Or these lyrics are the best. Or we need to cut this bridge down. It's too long. We can be very, very passionate about what we think what's going to be the best arrangement or the best way this song is going to reach the most people, right? But we have to find a way to talk about those things emotionally and try to come to the best resolution for the group. And, you know, usually, if you really work on it, everybody kind of gets what they want. Or maybe everybody doesn't get exactly what they want, but it's what the song needs, and it's what the moment needs, right? So when you all are, and again, I've been through, you know, band members losing family members, death, sickness, illness, also the best times of my life playing for 20,000 people, you know, stadiums full of people, and feeling so connected to the music in the moment. So when you put a band together, you have to think very carefully about who those people are, because you're going to be sharing the best moments of your life with them and the worst moments of your life with them. So what I would encourage you all to do is, when you are looking for these people to join your organizations, or you are going to join a band, hey, I'm really great at this. You know, you should put me in your band because I'm amazing, and I'm really good at this, and you don't have this, you know? I'm an amazing keyboard player. You really need a keyboard player in this band. So potentially pitch yourself as the missing band member for that organization, and as those of you who are trying to bring folks in, think of them in that way. Family member, band member, how can I build the best band to, you know, get the Grammy, sell the most records for the thing I'm trying to accomplish with my company? So that would be my unifying statement. 10 minutes, right? Did it? All right, cool.